If you're over the age of 40 and Jiu-Jitsu is all of a sudden destroying your body, in particular your joints, this is why. You didn't let yourself go on purpose. Life got in the way. Kids became the priority. Mortgage, work, the missus. But you've started falling down the pecking order a little bit. And all Jiu-Jitsu's done, it's presented you with a mirror and it shined a light on your knees, on your elbows, on your emotions, on your ability to problem solve. It's the ultimate mirror. However, the problem is this mirror is shining lights on areas in which are causing you a few problems, right? And it's difficult because you're at a point of life where you've started to get some more time back. The kids are getting a little bit older, there's less demands on that side of life, so you're starting to be able to allocate time back to yourself. And because of Jiu-Jitsu, most of that time goes on Jiu-Jitsu. Now, by doing so, you're actually focusing on living in the moment and having a huge mental health fix on the mats. And you're not actually building yourself up for the future. Now, I know you're busy and I know you've got huge commitments elsewhere. I need you to think about your future. And I know that might be very difficult, but I need you to reprioritize yourself just once per week. One full body training session is the solution to this. And yes, absolutely in the future, that may turn into 2 sessions per week. In the future, that may even turn into 3 sessions per week. But for now, I want you to focus on one full body training session. I'm going to show you exactly what that entails. And I'm going to do a quick overview of why these suit men over the age of 40. Before I get to the workout, let me introduce you to somebody I know called Paul Green. He's actually a former British paratrooper and Special Forces Support Group operator. He's trained thousands of elite soldiers. Now he focuses on helping grapplers delete injuries and build their physical body armor. Subscribe to his channel. He's brutally honest. He's actually got a very dry sense of humor. Workout. 2 exercises for quads, 2 exercises for hamstrings, 2 exercises for chest, 2 exercises for back, 1 exercise for shoulder isolation. 9 exercises in total. If you do these well, take you 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? The first exercise you're going to do is a full knee bend back squat. Now I know you might have mobility issues, so you get yourself onto a Smith machine like this and notice how I prep my feet a little bit further forward. That allows my hips to sit down into the pocket a little bit more, get me a greater knee bend, develop my knee strength a little bit better. The next exercise, dumbbell RDL, pretty straightforward. Pick up 2 heavy dumbbells and slide your fingertips down your legs. Use your legs as train tracks. Pause at the bottom and bring yourself back to the top. This is working the lengthening part of your hamstring, the most injured stand-up muscle, especially in judo. The next exercise, leg extension machine, nice and straightforward. One thing with this that not many people do, push the seat really far back. What this does is it allows your quads to get into a bit more of an extended position and you get a really nice feel around the knees, especially on those heads of the quad muscles. Exercise number 4, hamstring curl. Pretty straightforward. Make sure the pad is close to the Achilles tendon. You can either do this laying down forwards or seated hamstring curl. Either or option is really good. Flat bench press. Pretty straightforward. Make sure you have a nice symmetrical hand position and the weight is spread evenly through the middle of your hands. Press with a slightly narrow elbow bend and make sure you touch your chest. You want a full range of motion of the chest and shoulders. Chest press machine, this is where you can really push the load without any concern of safety. One thing you need to make sure you do on this is raise or lower the seat position so that the handles remain at shoulder height, so you get a nice good stretch and contraction of the pectoral muscle. Different machines will angle off differently, so you'll have some that press out in a straight horizontal line and you'll have some that press out in an upwards line. The upwards one is going to be focused on your upper chest. These ones just focus on, the main part of the chest. Now, if you've just done a flat bench press, you might want to focus on the upwards one, the incline chest press machine. Just depends on whatever machine your gym has available. Muscle, then lat pull down, which is a vertical pulling movement. Make sure you get full range of motion of the shoulder joint, let it decompress a little bit, and you pull down, elbows down. One way I like to explain this in 3 movements, I like to let the shoulder blades relax, pin the shoulder blades back, and then elbows down. So I go stretch, shoulder blades, lead the way, elbows down. Stretch, shoulder blades, elbows. Stretch, shoulder blades, elbows. And that's a really good way to get the foundation in place to make sure you're pulling using all of the muscles in your back. It's actually really important that we do a horizontal pulling movement as well, which is going to actually work the traps as the prime mover. Make sure you have the same mentality as previous. Shoulder blades, elbows, stretch, shoulder blades, elbows. And we make sure that we're balancing out the load now. We're balancing it between the lats and the traps. And the traps are a massive muscle that barely ever get trained. Last, but certainly not least, just some lateral shoulder raises. On the mat, our shoulders get absolutely destroyed and we don't actually move them in any meaningful way. So it's important that we're building our shoulder armor, building our chest armor, our back armor as well. Think about these lats as well. Lats and traps attach to our spine. Very important that we're building the strength of the surrounding structures of the spine, if we're being honest with ourselves. So that's the session, 9 exercises, 2 sets per exercise, right? Warm up before you do your two working sets and make sure you hit each set with ferocious intensity. Your rep range should be in between 6 to 10 repetitions and make sure that you're lifting as heavy as possible. Because if you're lifting as heavy as possible with intensity, you're going to develop muscle mass, but you're also going to develop your strength. It may seem self-explanatory, but you do not get to go into the gym and lift a little bit of weight and get the blood pumping and develop your strength. If you want to improve your capabilities to reduce the adverse effects of Jiu-Jitsu, this is how you have to train, right? And the reason I'm saying 2 sets per exercise is because you might not have done this before. You might not have ever done a full body session before. So doing 2 sets per exercise gives you a lever to pull in the future. You run this for a couple of months, get great results from it. You're like, you know what? My missus is actually starting to like the way I look now. Just all you need to do, you don't need to add a second session in, just add in an extra set. That's 33% extra volume. Sorry, I'm lying. No, it's 50% extra volume. It sounds crazy. 2 or 3 sets on every exercise. Now that's going to take you close to an hour and a half, a little bit longer maybe for warm-up sets and stuff like that. Going to be unbelievable for you. And after you run that for another week, another month, and once you've done 3 sets, after you've done that, you might be able to add in a second full body session. Do you see how doing this is going to start to incrementally change your life and build your longevity within Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Listen, I know I might sound really confident about this, but I actually do this for a living. This is what I do. I coach grapplers. I help them delete their injuries and build their physical body armor. This stuff is second nature to me, right? I hope this video helped give you some optimism and some confidence, training, lifting to improve, your robustness and your physical resilience on the mats.